Hi guys, welcome to my channel Lush Gardener. I hope you guys are doing fine and are safe at home. Guys, today we're going to be talking about propagation of succulents. What is the fastest and the quickest way to multiply your succulents? Now guys, when I say quick method, that does not mean that the succulents are going to grow overnight or in couple of days. Here we are talking about couple of weeks or even couple of months. But guys, yes, in comparison to other methods, these methods are much faster and are much quicker to multiply. Now these are a common methods used for multiplying succulents. Now I have gone ahead and ranked these methods on the basis of how quick the growth is, how easy it is, and what's the production of pups. Now the first method is separating the succulent offsets. Second method is beheading the mother plant. The third method is leaf propagation. Now this method is little tricky and it takes some time, so we will be making a separate video on leaf propagation alone. Now guys, the fourth method is pollination, but we won't be talking much about pollination because this type of method requires a lot of skill and lot of experience. There are a set of professional people who are only into creating hybrid succulents. Now, why this method is so difficult? It is because you have to wait for the succulent to bloom. Once the flower blooms, you have to wait for the flower to open. When the flower opens, that's when you use the pollination. You use pollens from one succulent, you add it to another succulent. You have to make sure that the succulent variety belongs to the same family. Then you have to collect the seeds. So it's a very long process. Hence, we won't be talking about it because we want to have something that is quick and that is easy. So let's keep this type of method of multiplying succulents only to the professionals. Now guys, the last method is self-explanatory, that is seeds. So you basically plant the seeds into the soil and you can grow succulents. But I have put this in the last rank because it is little difficult to grow succulent by seeds. Apart from it being difficult, it's going to take a very long period of time. You have to ensure that the conditions for the seeds are correct. Unlike the seeds of vegetables or fruits or even flowers, they do tend to grow faster, but our succulent seeds are going to take much longer time. So let's start with the first one, that is separating the succulent offsets. Now guys, we have a succulent called as Sempervivum. Now Sempervivum is a succulent that cannot be propagated by leaves. The only method is by separating the offsets from the mother plant. Now the mother plant is in between, surrounded with its offsets, around 7 offsets. Now in order to cut the offsets, always make sure that the scissor, the blade or the knife is sterilized properly, and then wait for the pups to reach to a decent size. Why it has to reach to a decent size, we will be talking about it in the later part of the video. Now guys, the second type of variety is called as Haworthias. Now Haworthias can be propagated by leaves as well as by separating the offsets. Now over here in this picture you can see there are small pups under the mother plant. You can go ahead and cut off these pups and keep them in a separate container, but only once they have reached a decent size. Now over here from one mother plant, I have around 2 to 3 pups. Now guys, some species will propagate by leaves, some will only give you offsets. So you have to do a small research on what type of Haworthia variety you have. Now here we have Graptovaria olivia. Now you can see this is one of the succulent that tends to give a lot of pups every time. So you can see how compact the pups are near the mother plant stem. Again, you have to wait till it reaches a decent size and then you can separate them from the mother plant. Now guys, this is a succulent known as Echeveria prolifica. You can see the amount of offsets on these succulents, those tiny small pink offsets. You can go ahead and cut them off and place them in a separate pot and you're going to have a lot of succulents. But always remember, when you go ahead and cut these offsets, always remember that your scissors or blades or your knife has to be sterile so that there is no bacteria present on the blades. Now the next one is called beheading the mother plant. So guys, for this experiment, we are taking a succulent called as Echeveria Blue Atoll. Now, this is a natural succulent. I am not sure if this is the correct scientific name, but usually this succulent is sold as Echeveria Blue Atoll. Now, one more important thing, guys, whenever you're selecting a succulent that you're gonna behead, always remember that the succulent is healthy, it does not have any kind of mealybugs, and it has been well hydrated. Well hydrated meaning that the leaves are plump and there is enough water for the succulent to survive when it has been beheaded and kept for drying. So guys, now here you can see the succulent has been beheaded. We have cut off the crown area from the mother plant. Always make sure that you cut the succulent exactly in between so that there is enough of the remaining stem and there are enough leaves on the mother plant. Now guys, do not cut the stem too close to the soil. Leave at least 1 to 1.5 inches above the soil and ensure that at least you leave 5 to 6 leaves on the lower stem. Guys, ensure you place it in a indirect bright sunlight. Do not let the sunlight fall directly on the cut part because there are chances it might get burnt. Now also ensure that you do not water the succulent right now. You'll have to wait at least for 3 to 4 days for the cut to get healed and only then go ahead and water, because as of now if you water this there will be a rot. Now guys, the next best method if you want to dry the wound faster, we have cinnamon powder. Now cinnamon powder has a lot of benefits. It helps to dry the wound faster. It acts like a very good rooting agent. It also acts like a fungicide which protects your succulent from ants and other pests. So what I usually do is after cutting the succulent, I tend to dip the cut part into the cinnamon powder bowl. Now guys, this is the crown area of the mother plant which was cut. You can see I have dipped the cut part into the cinnamon powder for it to dry faster. Now either you can go ahead and put it directly in the soil, but you have to make sure that the soil is completely dried and there is no moisture at all. Now coming back to the mother plant that was just beheaded, now this is day 1 of beheading. I have not added any cinnamon powder because I wanted it to naturally dry off, because I'm aware that there wouldn't be any kind of moisture coming around in this place because it's a very dry place where I have placed the mother plant. Now this is approximately after 2 weeks of beheading. You can see that the pups have started to pop out of the mother plant. And you can also notice that the wound is completely healed. This is the time when you see that the wound is healed, you start watering the succulents like regular succulents. Now this growth is 4 weeks from when we had beheaded the mother plant. You can see how quick the growth is just in 4 weeks, which otherwise would have been really slow. Now guys, exactly 6 weeks have passed and now you can see that the pups have reached to a decent size. You can see they are healthy, the leaves are healthy, there are no bugs, there are no pests around the pups. So this is the time we will be going ahead and cutting off or separating the pups from the mother plant. Now guys, the pups have been separated from the mother stem. Now the first one that you can see that's little slightly bigger is the crown area that we had initially cut, after which the pups started to erupt. Now from this one succulent we have got 5 pups, 5 healthy pups. So in total, including the mother plant, we have got 1 and we have got 5 pups, which means it is 6, and the existing mother stem that gave us these pups. So in total we have got 7 succulents just from 1. So isn't it a very great idea to increase your succulent collection? So guys, this is how those pups look right now, right in this present day. You can see how healthy and how happy they look. So if you follow these steps of beheading the mother plant, and if you follow all the precautions and all the steps, this is exactly how you're gonna get a healthy succulent and you'll be able to multiply succulents at a very fast rate. But as I said, fast means it is not going to happen overnight or in few days, but you need to have patience. It is going to take a couple of weeks. So this is how I have been increasing my succulent collection. You can also see the pot behind. I know the picture is not very clear, but you can see that there are a couple of succulents, and that multiplication was done with the same method. Now guys, as I told you that you have to wait for the succulent pulp to reach to a decent size before you cut it off from the mother plant. Now the decent size is approximately 2 inches in diameter. When you see that the pulp has reached to that size, you can gently cut it off from the mother plant. Now guys, remember, when you cut it off and when you put it in the soil, you can either touch the tips with the cinnamon powder, and then you can directly put it into the soil, but ensure that the soil is completely dry and there is no moisture at all. So then when do we water our succulent bulbs? We will only water the succulent bulbs when we start seeing the roots. Now this can take 5 days, 6 days, or even a week, but the roots will appear. So you have to hold on to your watering until you see the roots. Because if the roots are not present, the pulp will not be able to take that water into the stem. And what's going to happen is the water is going to stay around the stem area, and there could be a possibility of rot on the stem. And we all know what's going to happen if there is a rot. So the next question that we will have in our mind is, won't the succulent pulp die for a week if we don't water it? So guys, that is why we said that we have to have the succulent at a decent size and it has to be healthy. So meanwhile, while the succulent is generating the roots, the succulent pulp will start using its resources. That is the resources of water that it has collected in its leaves. That is what it's going to be using until it starts to root. Now if you're still wondering why the pups grew so fast in this method, then let me tell you. So all this while the mother plant was providing all the nutrients and the growing power to the crown area. But we went ahead and beheaded the crown and separated the crown from the mother plant. Any which ways the mother plant has to grow, it's not going to die off, it's going to continue growing and it will be collecting all the nutrients. Now it has to give the nutrients somewhere. That is where these pups come into picture. Now all this while, what nutrients was going to the crown area started to go to these pups. Hence the pups started growing at a very fast rate. So guys, today we spoke about the two methods with which we can multiply our succulent collection faster. So now you can go ahead and start multiplying your succulent collection. In the next video, we'll be talking about leaf propagation in detail. If you found this video to be helpful, please consider subscribing my channel. Until then, take care, stay safe, bye bye.